Imagine this. The year is 1538. It's 3:30 in the morning. A 13-year-old boy is chained to a massive iron spit. In front of him, a fire so hot it can warp metal is roaring. On that spit, an entire pig and 2 sides of mutton. He has already been turning it for hours, and he will keep turning it for the next 14 hours straight. If he slows down, the meat burns. If the meat burns, he gets beaten. If he faints from the heat, they simply bring in another boy. This was not punishment. This was a normal workday in the royal kitchens of Henry VIII. Welcome to the brutal, dark reality of Tudor kitchens, where the food on the king's table was built on suffering, poison, and death. Let's step inside. You think a kitchen is a warm, cozy place? Forget that. The main roasting hearth at Hampton Court was nearly 30 feet wide, wider than most modern living rooms. This fire never went out, not for 37 years. Hundreds of boys worked here. Their job? Turn the spits. Some used dogs, small turn-spit dogs running inside wooden wheels. But dogs died too quickly, so they replaced them with boys. These boys stood just inches from flames that could melt iron. Their faces were constantly burned. Their skin never healed properly. Many went blind in one eye from staring into the fire for 14 hours a day. They were not allowed to stop, not even to drink water properly, not even to use the bathroom. They stood in their own waste, covered in sweat, grease, and burns. And this was considered an honorable job. Peasant fathers actually fought to get their sons into the royal kitchen. Because at least here, they got food.
Now imagine the air. There were no proper chimneys, just basic vents. Smoke from roasting meat, bread ovens, boiling pots, and fish kitchens all collected in the upper half of the room like thick black fog. You breathed this poison 12 to 16 hours a day. They called it the cook's cough, a bloody, chronic cough that almost every kitchen worker developed within 5 years. Many went deaf in their right ear, the one closest to the fire. Their lungs turned black. Their skin aged decades before its time. But the real horror was in the food itself. Almost every pot was made of copper or pewter. Acidic sauces leached deadly metals into the king's food. Lead poisoning was so common that some historians now believe Henry VIII's famous rage, leg ulcers, and paranoia were partly caused by the food coming out of his own kitchens. The luxury you see in paintings was built on poison. Below the roasting boys were the scullery boys, some as young as 8 or 9 years old. They worked barefoot in freezing water mixed with animal blood, and waste, shoes would rot in days, so they weren't given any. Many lost toes to frostbite in winter and infection in summer. Some drowned in the giant washing vats, too deep for a small child to climb out. Apprentices fared little better. They worked 7 years with no wages. They could be beaten for any mistake. Their most dangerous job? Climbing inside giant bread ovens while the bricks were still scorching hot to scrape out the ash. Many never came out. And yet, this system fed 800 people every single day. It powered one of the greatest displays of wealth and power in Europe. So the next time you watch a lavish Tudor banquet scene in a movie, remember this. Behind every golden roasted swan, every spiced pie, every luxurious feast, there were boys chained to spits, men coughing blood, and children dying in silence. The dark reality of Tudor kitchens wasn't just about bad working conditions. It was a brutal machine that turned human suffering into royal glory. The crown ate well, but someone always paid the price.
If this video made you feel something, hit like. Tell me in the comments, which dark Tudor secret should we uncover next? Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.